State, and we counted it up. 9 of the 20 are going to the SEC, so that league will continue to flourish.
The rich get richer.
First shot of the game, good.
Shamika Randall started off.
There's the player we told you about going to UT. Rihanna Meharry gets it out. Stiles had 3,600 points in her career. Hard to believe. Moose will surprise you. You see her 6'6". She can penetrate into the lane to a crossover dribble and all. The first steal of the game. Nicole Teasley gets it back to the point guard. Her father calls her one of the best point guards in the history of the West Coast. And there's the triple. Aaron McGinnis.
McGinnis will go to Auburn, as you can see. Great size, but also the ability to knock down the outside jumper. I think that's sort of a theme in this game. You talked about moves at 6'6". All of these kids, even if they've got great size, can shoot the perimeter J.
Ace Clement, no, but the nice rebound inside by Meharry. There's the fight by Moose. And they're going to let him play today. Knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to the red team. Referees today, Wanda Zarametta, Donna Fielden, and Leroy Fanning. Wanda played at Montclair State with Carol Blazejowski. They called her Wicked Wanda Zarametta. Infamous, even as a referee. Here's our first look at Catchings, she'll take the three. And the first foul of the game will go against, we believe, Rihanna Meharry.
The all man-to-man defense, so these kids can showcase what they've got.
5-0 now in the scrimmages yesterday. The red team ran away from the white team, but so far, it's all white 5-zip.
Surprising us. We thought this we came in expecting the red team to dominate. But remember, the white has Teasley.
And she can be a scoring machine. That would not go. Catchings got behind Teasley. There's the matchup we talked about. Moose may not have a matchup.
I'll tell you what, it's 6'6", just great hands, as you saw there. Able to keep it high when she gets the pass.
You know, you talked about the changing game. We see it with not only the women, but the men as well, where the big guy in the middle has to be mobile. Absolutely. And everybody runs the floor. And that's what's so great about all these athletes. They are just that, athletes. McGinnis last touched it. From Oak Ridge, Tennessee, going to Auburn. Missed Tennessee the last 2 years.
We're going to take a look at the steal here. Ashley Smith with the ball, tries to go inside, just gets a hand on it.
In the meantime, it's a 5-4 game as Catchings gets her first deuce of the game. Near steal by Clement. Here's Randall. Ashley Smith averages 10 points a game, but that's not what her game is. She got assist. She averaged over 11 a game. There she goes with the shot.
Can stick that, Jay. She missed that one, but she can shoot it.
Her teammate at Oregon City, Meharry, got the ball for the red team this time. And Clement got a little fancy and knocked the ball through everybody's hands out of bounds.
Clement, of course, a typical Philly point guard, knows the game so well, can just do so much with the basketball in her hands.
I'm impressed. She broke Will Chamberlain's career scoring record with over 2,600 points at Philadelphia's O'Hara School.
She's going to have a couple of good targets to throw to. Not only the two in this game, but of course Shamika Holdsclaw, who will be her teammate next year at Tennessee.
Moose. Nope, it's going to belong to the red team. Moose, I thought, might have gotten hacked underneath, but no call. They are letting them play here today, which is good for us. We'll get to see some real athletic moves that way. Moose will take that chunk from the free throw line. She's got 4 of red 6, and they take the lead for the first time. Stiles giving it up. I want to see Stiles shoot. Moose again.
She was just knocked down a 15-footer, but you can see great touch on the ball at 6'6", able to shoot that 15-foot jump shot.
And I like the way she kept fighting to try to get the ball back a few times. McGinnis wide open again, not that time.
Great check by Randall.
That was blocked by Moose. She averaged 4.5 blocks a game her senior year in high school. Clement, look at that pass. And Stiles gets it to go. That's why she scored 3,600. Look at the body control there.
I'll tell you what, she's not that big, only 5'8", but gets herself into the paint, Dave.
Jackie Stiles from Claflin, Kansas, going to Southwest Missouri, where her former coach is an assistant now. 3,600 points, 1,200 her senior year, 71 in one game. She averaged 46 points this year.
I'll tell you what, you don't put up those kind of numbers being a one-dimensional player. That's a kid who can shoot the ball from the outside, can also rebound. This a look at the Clement pass. Led Meharry a little bit too much, but Meharry, great presence of mind to kick it back to Stiles.
Nice inbound pass. Catching's got it. She's got 4 in the red lead. Now 5, 10-5. So after the white jumped out 5-zip, the red on a 10-0 run. Here's Chiquita Dilworth from Temple, Texas, trying to make something happen. Well, her high school team was 119-24 over her career. She's going to Colorado. Kathy McGee said, I just love watching and coaching these young players. It's a real honor and so much fun.
I'll tell you, we got the impression yesterday watching these coaches. They were letting the kids play so often because it's a real treat to watch them. We were surprised at how hard they were scrimmaging. They had 2 practices yesterday. They were really going at it.
Well, Nicole Teasley got hurt and couldn't participate in the second scrimmage, and neither could Ace Clement. She had a slight groin pull. 1 of 2. We've got a 4-point game in Nashville. The red team on top of the white, 10-6, and we're back at Vandy in just a minute.
For more than a quarter-century, women's basketball has been on a mission. Since the heyday of the modern era, when early stars paced the game, the coaches of women's basketball built a lasting tradition. And from the great figures through the years to the finest in the game today, the Women's Basketball Coaches Association proudly leads the sport every step of the way.
Lisa Leslie scored 101 points in a high school game.
That is an amazing record.
And she was so intense, you could see it on her face. Like every couple of seconds, she had to be scoring a bucket.
But just scoring 100 points by yourself is tough. Imagine if you got people playing defense.
I can't even imagine it. 101 points. That was at the half. She scored it in one half. Another team couldn't stand it, so they left and went home.
Yeah, I know about performance. You need the right technology. You need the right equipment. You need reliability. You need the right gasoline. And you need the right skills.
You need to trim the bushes.
Citgo says go.
We welcome you back to Nashville, the Nike WBCA All-America game, 10-6 red. And coming up right after this game, MLS soccer, Kansas City and Tampa Bay. The Wizards, led by Preki, possessed the league's 3rd highest scoring team in the league last year. They're 1-0. Tampa Bay, led by 1996 MVP Carlos Valderrama, and their scoring champ in 96, Roy Lassiter. They're 1-0. That comes your way. Major League Soccer right here on the Deuce after us. Stylin with Jackie Stiles, 3,600 points. That's her career average, 35.7. This year, Doris, she averaged 46 points a game.
And had a game over 70 one time this year. I think Cheryl Barnett's a little happy to have her at Southwest Missouri.
I'll bet. It's amazing what makes you choose your school. She could have gone anywhere, but she had ties to that institution, and they are happy to have her. Meharry. Oh, that was a nice block inside. Blocked there by Erin McGinnis, who's come out and played very well.
Look at Randall's handle.
Smith can't get the 3 to go. Catching Erin McGinnis to her knee. 3-on-1. And Clement will stop and pop.
That's just great decision making. I'll tell you what, she's very good friends with Dawn Staley, also comes out of Philly. But the great presence of mind, nobody picks her up in the 3-on-1 situation, so she shoots the pull-up.
No look pass from Smith. Tough play inside by Chiquita Dilworth. She's got 3, and it's 12-8. There's Stiles. Oh, yeah.
Tough move. Tough move.
4 for her in the game. The lead back to 6, and a 20-second timeout called by Kathy McGee.
This is Clement on the transition, has the 3-on-1, looks the defender off, and pop.
That's the thing that gets me about her, is her decisions are so on the money. Now, that was 3-on-1, but the defender actually did a good job of taking away the lanes.
Right.
She says, give me the 6-footer, I'll take it, and I'll bury it. I mean, why not? Ace only had, what, 2,200 points, and you see it broke Wilt the Stilts record, which had to be holding for a long time, after the 60s.
And she's doing that, also setting up her teammates. I mean, her assist numbers in high school were also great.
And, you know, we were talking about styling with Styles. I think you got to give Clement style points, too, for the way she passes the ball and the fact that she's on a whim entered 3 beauty pageants and won them all. That was a beautiful-looking shot by Nicole Teasley, who, by the way, was a co-player of the year by Parade, 2-time Parade All-American.
I'll tell you what, whoa, nice shot by Weddle. We saw her draining jumpers all day yesterday in practice. That's not her greatest strength, her perimeter jump shot, but she's knocking it down.
Smallest player in the game at 5'2", and she'll hit from anywhere.
But I'll tell you what, you were talking about Teasley a second ago. There was real argument across the country in different organizations saying, who's your player of the year? And the names that kept coming up, as you see the mix inside and a little bit of physicalness going on, but it all came down to Teasley, Randall, and Catchings, and they kind of split the player of the year honors.
Tough shot inside, wouldn't go. And another jump ball, the arrow again, possession, alternating, and it goes to the red team. They are playing the women's college rules today, the 30-second shot clock, 20-minute halves. These are not high school rules by any means. Red up 7 with the ball. Here's Coco Miller, one of the twins we showed you. That one just rims out. And here's her sister, Kelly Miller, bringing up the ball. There's a great pass, but nice defense that time to shut it down. That was Laura Meadows on the D. The littlest player gets the rebound. Great pass.
Great look by Weddle. Got her head up immediately to see the floor.
You know, she's got such an infectious personality, too. Came out and introduced herself to us. Here's Walseth. It wouldn't go. But look what I found. Nicole Teasley has 5 in the game, and we've got a 5-point contest. They give Miller the 3. Coco says that's sweet.
I'll tell you what, she'll drain it. And, you know, you look at her frame, she looks exactly like Kate Starbird, the thin but strong, can shoot the perimeter J, great body control.
Tough move that time by Lisa Shepard from Indiana, Miss Indiana, 2,100 points in her career, an honor roll student, and she got hacked by Miller.
We talked about Miller a moment ago, comes off the low screen, just drains the turnaround from 3.
Shepard has a terrific outside shot. Great All-American, Miss Indiana.
I'll tell you what, she fits in so nicely with Renee Portland's style at Penn State. They like to run, but they're also a disciplined club. They need to have some shooters in that system, and Shepard gives them that.
Miller got the rebound and then waited for Teasley to kind of touch her. Got the call. She'll go to the line to shoot a couple. They are playing 5 fouls. There was talk about maybe trying 6, but they're playing 5 fouls, 5 and you're up.
Not typically a lot of defense played in all-star games, Dave. I don't think they have to worry about foul trouble.
Going to Georgia with her sister. You know, they say that sometimes twins can communicate without even talking. What if you're playing against one of them?
That's right.
Great no-look by Teasley, and there's Weddle, but she hacked. Marion Walseth will go to the line from Bloomington, Minnesota. She won the Minnesota State title as a freshman, then played a couple of years in Connecticut, came back to do another great job this year. Lost in the finals to the Millers teams, and Weddle you saw reach in.
Going to get a little time out here, give the players a blow. I thought Walseth had gotten herself into trouble on the block, but Weddle a little bit too much body.
Both coaches enjoy coaching, and they love to coach All-Americans. And what happens when you're an All-American here? The odds are you're going to go on to a great college career and then maybe to the pro leagues. And now you got a couple of choices. Bettina Davis, Wendy Palmer, Crystal Robinson. We talked about Saudi Roundtree and Katie Smith, all in the ABL or the WNBA. I'll bet you a bunch of these end up there if they want.
No question about it. These are the faces of the future, unquestionably.
Kelly Miller says if Coco can do it, so can I.
Tell you what, the best thing about those Miller twins is they play so hard every time they step on the floor. Phenomenally competitive kids.
Weddle snuck underneath a pass just a little too high for the 5'2" star. 5-point game. Time ticking down, first half. Midway through.
Great move. Doesn't get the roll, but I'll tell you what, she put several moves on to get herself close.
Well, Weddle had Coco Miller, but decided to take it all the way her lonesome. She did it, made it stick. Weddle with 5 in the game already. Teasley, oh, that is tough.
Just so smooth. Explosive off the bounce and the ability to rise on the jump shot.
She's got 7. You don't think Sylvia Hatchel's excited about her coming to North Carolina? She just made that decision a little while ago.
She was the last to sign.
Nice work inside. That's Tamara Stotts. She averaged 16 points a game at Pickerington, Ohio's high school. She's going to Florida. Miller can't get it to go. Meadows with the rebound. And then, I don't know how in the world Weddle found her way to keep that ball dribbling.
Tell you what's so good about Weddle is she's just so low to the ground when she gets the ball on the floor. Keeps it low. Very tough to strip her.
Maybe the littlest player on the floor, but in her quote she said, my favorite quote is, you don't measure the player by height, you measure by heart. 25-18 our score. We're back in a minute.
Yeah, we're gonna sing it right after Take Me Back. You guys ready to start Amazing Grace? Yes, sir. Whenever ready. Okay. Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I found. Was blind, but now I see. You're not allowed to move the microphone wherever you want. No, I was. That was good. That was a good one.
Welcome back to the Nike WBCA All-American game in Nashville. The red on top of the white by 7. Hey, you know, the first ever 24-hour all-sports news network is here. You know, highlights, news and notes, the latest live press conferences, and more 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. To get ESPN News, call your local cable operator or your satellite program provider. ESPN News. Red with the ball in the 7-point lead, and it's been a nice beginning for Nicole Weddle and for Coco Miller.
Just so tough off the bounce, can pull up very quickly.
She's got 6. Good hustle. Everybody getting back. You say they don't play D? Come on, Weddle says, I'll do everything for you.
I'll just say it's not their primary focus when they step on the floor.
Oh, the nice pass inside.
Wow.
And that's Natasha Pointer from Chicago, Illinois, and Whitney Young. She's going to Rutgers. She's only 5'6", but she shows some strength, and that's why she averages almost 25 points a game. Coco Miller got her.
And I'll tell you what, Vivian Stringer anxiously awaiting. We're going to get a look at this play. You can see the pretty feet underneath, and Pointer able to get it down. And Vivian Stringer, she did not have a true point at Rutgers all year, is just dying to get Natasha Pointer on their campus next September.
Contact made, no call. Tough play by LaTanya Sims from Racine, Wisconsin. And here's Pointer on the way. Oh, look at that move. And now the red will run. Here's really one-on-one. Oh, look at the nice feed. And that was LaTanya Sims who got smashed. But it was Weddle who made the play.
I'll tell you what, we're going to look at two solid point guards. This is Weddle. And watch the look behind. Didn't turn, just knew the player was coming. A beautiful, beautiful look.
Lisa Shepard hacked her. Lisa was the one that made the nice entry pass on the other side. The Gatorade Mountain Region Player of the Year, Nicole Weddle, says her heroes were Shelly Sheets, who played for Colorado a few years ago, was an outstanding player for them for a number of years. And also Dawn Staley, her hero. She's going to wear her number in college.
Yeah. And she's going to go to Shelly Sheets' alma mater, Colorado.
Two-time parade All-American LaTanya Sims makes only one of two. And Pointer with some flash to Kelly Miller. She's trying to keep up with her sister. Her sister's got 6, now she's got 4.
That's the dimension Pointer gives you, though. She just puts so much pressure on a defense by her ability to get up the floor in a hurry.
And that time you saw Walseth get back. And wholesale substitutions, and that's the way they're going to do it. 5-on-5, so the starters come back in.
Pointer gets out in transition early, and another of the Miller twins getting involved there on the baseline.
5-point game. I believe when the starters left, it was a 5-point game, so the second teams, if that's what you want to call them, played even. What a difference in height between Moose and Dilworth, but Dilworth with good hustle there, and here comes Teasley. Great move. Got it to go. I think she used the left hand.
Tell you what, you better stop Teasley early, because if you let her keep the bounce and get herself close, she's going to score every time.
She's the leading scorer at 9. Oh, what a pass by Ace Clemens, but Meharry wasn't ready. Catching's near steal. They'll regroup. They're going to let Ashley Smith go to work. Moose holds on to the rebound. Watch her dribble.
You saw her yesterday go through some traffic at 6'6", using the bounce.
Oh, the fancy behind-the-back pass, a little too much for Stiles. Couldn't hold on, and the turnover to Ace Clement. It is an all-star game.
That's right. You're allowed a few turnovers.
3-point game. Give the refs credit there, letting some bumps go. Moose checks to see where everybody is. Ace will take the 3, that's off. But she is really aware of where everything is.
It's a great read.
He's got 4. Randall.
Wow.
Clement got back to get the rebound. Take that back. That was Meharry with the rebound.
I'll tell you what, we're seeing some great moves. These kids aren't finishing it, but they're showing us exactly what kind of skills they have.
Clement's got a knack for finding catchings, and boy, is Pat Summit going to love that at Tennessee. There's the move and the foul. It'll be on Nicole Teasley. And I believe Catching said the toughest player she's faced in her career was this young lady, Teasley.
I'll tell you what, they're a great matchup. Both similar styles, similar body types, great strong frames. Can use the dribble to blow by you.
I would love it if Pat and Sylvia got together and said, let's play each other
Absolutely.
for the next 4 years. Watch those two go at it.
Give a little home and home series going.
Teasley's got 2 fouls, and Catchings gets 1 more.
Yeah, we were amazed that in just the brief time we saw them at practice, both Ketchings and Clement have a real feel for each other already.
They say they're going to be roommates in college as well. 6-point game. Randall got it to go.
And there's the third Tennessee player right there, and I'll tell you what, they've got another one who almost made it here by the name of Jeter. So, and that's the #1 recruiting class in the country after just winning a national championship.
Jeter just missed the top 20. She was a second-team WBCA All-American.
Here's Randall, just so strong, going to the hole.
She was a co-player of the year in some of the postseason honors. What a move by Catchings. That would make her dad proud. Her dad is Harvey Catchings. Played in the NBA. I think he's on the Bulls broadcasting team on radio now. 11-year veteran. There's Teasley trying to match it up. Wouldn't go. And Ace Clement will turn on the afterburner. To Moose. She traveled very close, but she just dragged the pivot foot a little bit.
It was a great catch. She just couldn't control her body enough to get the pivot foot down. But just a great catch coming up with it.
And she's really the only bona fide post player here. The others are all very mobile. Not to say she isn't. There's a tough play. Randall again. Randall's heating up with 6. 2-point game. Steal by Ashley Smith, but she's touched on the sideline, and we've got a TV timeout with 7:48 left to go in this first half. It's been entertaining. We've got a good one. 31-28, the Reds on top of the Whites.
It's not the outfit you wear or the shoes you put on. It's how you shoot the ball that counts in the game of basketball. Shooting is a learned skill. Hoop Crown will help train your child's eye and body to develop muscle memory, so their shot always has arc, and arc is the key to scoring baskets. Hoop Crown is a simple device that attaches to your basketball rim. It helps your child improve their skill while still enjoying the practice. Take it from NBA star Dana Barrows, the NBA's consecutive three-point shooting record holder.
To play in the NBA, you have to be able to score. Hoop Crown gives your child skill and confidence to be a top scorer.
Hoop Crown is not available in any stores, and if you order now, you'll receive the Dana Barrows Shoot to Score training video, a $19.95 value for free. Your child can train along with an NBA star as he demonstrates how to get arc on the ball with Hoop Crown. Hoop Crown is just $29.95. Have your Visa and MasterCard handy. Our operators are standing by to take your call. Order now by calling 1-800-772-3338.
Hello, Queen of England here. One doesn't mean to interrupt your afternoon of sport, but you know, if a bit of revelry mixed with a healthy dose of jubilation is your cup of tea, then you really should try our Major League Soccer on telly. Terribly exciting lads, yes they are. You simply don't find fancier footwork than that provided by Kobe Jones. Oh, marvelous, simply marvelous. So, do give it a look. Barkeep, a pint for everyone on the monarchy.
We're having a good time at Vanderbilt on the campus in Nashville, Tennessee. All of these folks have come out to see the 19 WBCA All-America game, and we've got a dandy so far, 31-29. Here's where talent usually goes, the great schools, Tennessee, Stanford, Georgia, and Vandy. And Tennessee got 3 of these players. Stanford got 1. Georgia got 2, the Twins. Vanderbilt got 1 as well.
And 3 of those 4 schools that you just saw in the SEC, the Power Conference.
9 of these 20 go in there, and we got an injury.
Now, here's the only anxious moments that can come in these all-star games as these college coaches sit and watch them, Dave. You don't want to have these kids, your studs, hurt.
Looks like it's the ankle. We don't want to speculate. 2 conference championships. All she knows is winning. And you know she's going to want to come back in if she can. Chiquita had 3 points so far in this game. Second team parade All-American and an honor roll student. She'll sit down and watch for a while as Ashley Smith goes to work. Hammett with a good job inside, but then couldn't hold on. This time she does. She just does everything. 5'11". Randall on her. That'll be practice next year, Bunch.
That's right. And Clement actually checked Holtzclaw. Of course, Holtzclaw played at the great high school program Christ the King. And Clement at Cardinal O'Hara, they faced each other a couple times in high school.
In fact, Clement did a pretty good job. Holtzclaw came up to her one time and said, "You're embarrassing me." Good pass by Stiles. And Meharry with the move, but Teasley comes away with a rebound. Just a little short. I think McGinnis might have gotten knocked as she let that ball go. Meharry, nice pass, and that's Tamika Catchings. She's got 9 in the game now. Boy, she and Teasley, we teased them, and they both have 9 in this contest.
I'll tell you what, a great feed from Meharry. Another kid who's got great size, going to go to Oregon next year. Great size, sees the floor, can use the bounce.
Look at Moose dribble the ball. One dribble too many. Ashley Smith picks her pocket.
Oh, great look. Led Randall too much, but Smith had a great idea.
I love the way she entered and did a half a pirouette.
Of course, out of the great program at Oregon City, Ashley Smith, 102-2 over her 4-year high school career.
Her dads are coaching. You know, she's already a coach. She coaches an elementary school team. Look at that move by Stiles. And then got the rebound and still going to work.
Smith, of course, going to play here at Vandy. Got the biggest round of applause as she was introduced.
Randall on Clement, gives it up. All alone, Teasley. Nothing but net.
Big time. See, you got to check her, Jay, because she can drain it, as you just saw. But you also have to respect her when she uses the dribble.
That's her second 3 in the game. Clement lost the handle. Meharry, no. And McGinnis is having a heck of a game. There's Randall, who tried to knock it to herself, but her future teammate knocked it away. Moose to turnaround jumper, no. And a good box out by Walson. Both of these teams appear to be a bit fatigued at the moment.
Well, Teasley's showing some range. She's not shy. She's 4 feet back from that line.
Smith found none other than Teasley.
Teasley doing it all, inside, outside.
14 in the game. The career best in this game is 25. That's the record here, so we'll keep our eye on that one. It's still close, though, a 1-point game, and Kathy McGee's team is trailing at the moment. Coming up tomorrow, 5 o'clock Eastern. Some of the great players. Monica Seles will be there at the Bosch and Lahm Championship. And many, many more. 5 of the top 10 players in the world, in fact, are scheduled to compete. So check that out tomorrow. Check that one out from Coco Miller. 8 in the game for her. Shepard. The triple wouldn't go, and a tough rebound by Sims.
Showing some rise on that. She's way up.
Weddle in traffic. They got away with it. Coco Miller can't hit it. It's knocked away and out of bounds. I guess it was Laura Meadows who knocked that away. And Natasha Pointer. Kelly Miller gets the triple.
Man, so tough. Both of them. I'll tell you what, the Miller twins had a real advantage, because I'll tell you what, they asked these kids, who's the best player you've ever played against? The Miller twins each said each other.
I saw that.
Can you imagine the driveway games between those two?
They had the same quote, too. Their favorite quote came from their dad. One pass is worth 10,000 dribbles.
That's right.
I
love that.
Yeah. So here comes Weddle, and I tell you what, you can't help it like this young lady. They're going to love her in Boulder.
I'll tell you what, they're used to exceptional play at the point in Boulder. Shelley Sheets, the outstanding All-American.
Weddle having a terrific first half in her own right. Must have been a lane violation And so White gets the ball back, and they lead by 1. Their biggest lead was 5. The biggest lead of the game by the White was 5. And we've got a timeout on the floor with 3:42 to go. Kathy McGee and Jill Pruden talking things over. They trail by just 1.
I couldn't imagine life without athletics.
I think the sport is ingrained in my blood and probably won't ever be able to leave.
I guess I just looked at it more as a challenge that I was going to do this no matter what, and I was going to graduate in 4 years.
You are a student first and an athlete second, and it was very nice to be in that sort of atmosphere where I was able to perform in both areas well.
This message provided by the NCAA.
This is an 83 Malibu. We got it for a wedding present. Got a few dings, but it has almost 300,000 miles. This car has been a car, a truck, it's been everything. I've done all my own maintenance on this car. I've been adding Slick 50 regularly, and it continues to run so great. My son's into karate. We take him to his lessons. We put 400 to 500 miles a week on this car.
There are miles and miles of Slick 50 stories. That's why it's America's favorite engine treatment. And to clean your entire fuel system, use Slick 50 Fuel System Formula.
In a world of change, who can you rely on? Perhaps a company that millions already do. A company whose expertise, vision, and innovation make it a world leader in insurance and investment, managing $450 billion in assets in more than 50 countries. AXA. Here you know us as the Equitable. AXA. Go ahead. You can rely on us.
Folks came to Nashville to see a show, and they've got it 38-37 with 3:42 left to go in the first half. Your leading scorers, Coco Miller with 8 and Catchings with 7, and Nicole Teasley leading the way with 13. There's the other twin, Kelly Miller, has 7 for the White. The most points scored in this game in 1992, it was Crystal Robinson, who was a member of the White team. Nicole Weddle now has 7 herself. And we got a 2-point game. Coco Miller says, I'll go coast to coast. Look at that play. Wouldn't go.
Great follow by Sims. Just couldn't put it down.
And a travel will get called on Tamara Stocks. Very consistent player. 4th team parade All-American. Got shoved a little bit and traveled with the ball.
Look at that. Tough move. What if these kids were making these shots, it would be unbelievable.
Meadows beat everybody down, and the pass was picture perfect. Laura Meadows gets into the scoring book for the first time from Huntington, West Virginia. She's going to Kentucky. Miller scored again.
And she's doing a nice job feeling where the defense is and spinning the other direction. She's just coming up short on her shots.
Great play that time by Chilois Lias, who came from out of nowhere to knock the ball away. Oh, that's a great fight inside, and Miller comes up with the ball. Walseth set it up, but the red just finally comes up with the loose sphere, and Coco Miller. James battling hard with Pointer, and the little girl Pointer comes up with it. How about that for fight by Natasha Pointer? Wow, what a move! Coco Miller goes, how'd she do that?
I'll tell you what, she had no numbers. It was 1-on-3. And she took Miller for bad here. Check out the in-between the legs spin dribble. And bang, makes Miller pay. That was 1-on-3. Another angle. Shake, bake,
really
score.
1-on-4. Because Laura Meadows was coming to help out.
Yeah, didn't
Pointer
matter.
Has 6. And it's a 1-point game. These are the kind of plays you get to see. Now, if Natasha Pointer went 1-on-4 in a game at Rutgers, what's going to happen?
Vivian Stringer might have her head.
Or a heart attack, one or the other. Elias knocked that away. There's Stocks. Well, she rushed it a bit. Oh, Miller and Weddle just battling, and Weddle knocked it off of Kelly Miller. No, she was on the sideline when she did it. We got some great stuff coming up for you during the break. Don't go anywhere. At halftime, we've got the Nike Lady Foot Locker 3-for-all. Oh, that was a lot of fun. Young ladies from all over the country coming in, competing in skills. And then a nice feature on all these players in this game. So you'll really enjoy halftime coming your way in about a minute and a half.
I'll tell you what, Stock's so important to Florida's program. They just lost their All-American and SEC Player of the Year, Delisha Milton. So Stocks becomes an important post player for Florida immediately.
We got some pretty good people coming back, though, too.
Muriel Page.
Well, I enjoy watching her play.
She can compete for the SEC Player of the Year next year.
Ooh, how can you... you look at that league and see all the talent coming in. I don't know how you beat it. That ball must have been touched when Coco Miller let it go. Kelly Miller was open. Pointer didn't see her. And now she does. Just wouldn't go on the reverse layup.
I'll tell you what, but Pointer making great decisions in this game, not forcing anything.
Coco Miller had the right idea there. She saw LaTanya Sims underneath, just let her a little bit too much. I don't think Sims anticipated the bullet pass coming. I love watching those Miller twins. They play so much alike.
Yes.
Can you imagine on the same team?
Double trouble.
What do? Rotate shots?
I don't think it's going to matter who the defense checks. They look so much and play so much alike.
They could swap jerseys for foul trouble if they needed to. No one would know. Weddle under a half a minute. Lets it go and not close. But the nice dish by Meadows. Still wide open, and Tamara Stocks going, how did I miss that?
This could be special. Yes.
Mighty Might on Mighty Might, and Weddle gets whistled for the foul.
Just great body control by Natasha Pointer, and again, she just gets the ball in such a hurry, and then once she gets you one-on-one, look at the body control, the strength, just to get that shot off, because Weddle had a body on her the entire time.
Both city ladies, too, one from Chicago, Weddle, and the other from Denver. That was the Bulls and the Nuggets right there.
Out of Whitney Young High School, some great players coming out of there, and Pointer, the Chicago Player of the Year.
Didn't Dominique Candy come from that program?
Dominique Candy. There's been some great players to come out of Chicago.
She was 2 for 2 from the line until those two misses.
We had one in your area. Kim Williams playing at DePaul.
Terrific player. Nothing but net. The nice follow through that time by Laura Meadows, who has 4 in the game. 3-point contest. Miller to tie. No. And that'll end a wild first half. Both teams had leads of 5. The red will walk away with a 3-point advantage, but the white team, Captain McGee, says, I just like the show. So does everybody here in Nashville. Folks, sit back and get ready. We got a nice halftime show coming your way. We return to Nashville in just a minute.
Yeah, I know about performance. You need the right technology. You need the right equipment. You need reliability. You need the right gasoline. And you need the right skills.
You need to trim the bushes.
Citgo says go.
Soccer sure has changed since I played. 30-foot rises. Contracting goals. This game is nothing like we could have ever imagined. And it all started with All Sport.
All Sport, with a third more carbs than Gatorade. The game will never be the same.
With more than $272 billion in sales over the last 25 years, Kodak is the world leader in imaging. Now picture this. More than $1 trillion in real estate transactions makes the Century 21 system #1 in real estate. And when you're this big, you can do things others can't, like average a home bought or sold by our customers every minute, every day. No wonder, in a nationwide survey, homeowners chose Century 21 as the leader in real estate by 6 to 1 over the nearest competitor. Call #1, Century 21.
Mike Piazza spends 9 innings destroying his hair and 90 seconds bringing it back with the shampoo that conditions too, Pert Plus. Because Mike wants great hair with plenty of time for other things. Don't you? Pert Plus. Simply great hair. Simply.
When fix-it problems hit you from out of the blue, trust the folks in the Red Vest. They've got shelves full of products and loads of ideas to fix any fix you're in. Because Ace is the place for the helpful hardware folks.
Welcome back to the Music City, Nashville, Tennessee, and the Nike WBCA Girls High School All-America game. Hey, how do you ensure the future of your sport? You teach the youth, the future generations, and then you watch them go and grow. That's what we did at the three-for-all. 35 of the nation's best 10 to 17-year-old female basketball players took to the court in the national finals of the Nike Lady Foot Locker three-for-all. The finalists qualified for more than 1,000 competitors in 3 age groups from 10 regions across the U.S. The three-for-all was divided into 3 events with an overall champion crowned in each age group and each event. The first event was a best-of-15 free throw shooting contest. Each of the 3 winners hit at least 14 of their 15 free throws. The second event was the speed dribble. Here, players were timed through a predetermined course. The last event was Super Shot, a timed shooting event with points awarded based on shot difficulty. After 2 hours of competition, the 3 age group winners were crowned. In the 10 to 12 age division, the winner was Jennifer Hall from Orange, California. Aaron Donahue from Haddonfield, New Jersey, won the 13 to 14-year age group, and there was a tie in the 15 to 17-year-olds with Jessica Burnham of Santa Barbara, California, and Michelle Koklanis of Pelham, New York, taking home the hardware. You would not believe how skilled all of these young players are. Wow, the future of the game is in great hands, that is for certain. You know, how do you get all this national skills competition in a game and get it on TV and make sure everything works out right? You have to have a great supervisor, someone who's organized, and our Doris Burke is standing by with one such a person. That's Beth Bass, the executive director of the WBCA.
Thank you, Dave. Beth, this is a new position for you. Betty James has moved on to be the CEO of the Women's Basketball Coaches Association. You have stepped in at a time when the WBCA is expanding membership-wise and also with your influence in many areas of the women's game.
Yes, Doris, we're just very excited. We're coming off a tremendous WBCA convention in Cincinnati. That's in conjunction with the Women's Final Four. We had a record number of registrants, over 2,200. We had Secretary Shalala from a cabinet member come in and introduce a study about girls' participation. We reunited the 1980 Olympic team, the first time that's been done in 17 years. It was just a really sentimental moment for women's basketball. It's just a wonderful time to be involved.
Now, I'll tell you what, I think there's a misconception out there. A lot of people think you're an organization strictly of college coaches, but this All-Star game that we're seeing today, it came about as a result of your high school coaches saying, hey, our talent level has reached a point where we need to showcase these kids.
Right. We have over 4,200 members, and we have high school, college, AAU, and professional, so we're just not about college, and this is evident. This event is a showcase 20 of the top prep athletes, and I'll say not just in the country, but in the world, and they're putting on quite a show, but our high school membership is very, very important to us, and this is a testimonial to that.
Now, talk a little bit about, there's 2 women's professional leagues. You guys will obviously have those coaches in your organization, but the women's game has evolved. How do you see the WBCA involved in that area?
Well, not only do we galvanize and try to unify the coaches, but we have got to be the ones that lead this sport into the 21st century, and that's a huge charge because everybody knows where women's basketball is heading, and everything's going through the roof, and I just think it's a huge responsibility for us is not to let the sport lead us, but let our association, the WBCA, lead the sport.
Now, Beth, you, of course, come from a great marketing background, being involved with Converse, Nike. You know, how do you see your role in the WBCA specifically as it pertains to marketing?
Well, I just think that in the world of marketing right now is that we have got to be more event-driven, just like this, because not only do we're not just a trade profession. That's very important to represent our profession, but we've got, to move us into more marketing, down the road and, create the personalities that will go into the living rooms of America, create those role models, and we've got to promote the sport, not just the profession.
Hey, I'll tell you what, thanks for joining us. Women's basketball, very fortunate to have Beth Bass leading that Coaches Association. And right now, we're going to send it back to Dave Belotion.
It is amazing, Doris, how many different areas of influence the WBCA has and how much support they have created for those different areas. You see the score at the break coming up. We'll take a look at some others who have played the game. Hey, where are they now? We come up with that when we return to Nashville in just a minute.
I'll tell you, I love the way this looks and feels. It's just like an expensive carpet. It's beautiful. This is it. This is my baby, my secret. It's a no-brainer. I mow it, I water it, and throw down Scott's Turf Builder. Keeps it nice and green and nice and plush all summer long. I want my house to look great, and the lawn plays a key part of it. My wife's in charge of the gardens, and she puts responsibility of the lawns on me. It's not competitive, but I can't screw up. I recommend Scott to my neighbors all the time.
It's not the outfit you wear or the shoes you put on. It's how you shoot the ball that counts in the game of basketball. Shooting is a learned skill. Hoop Crown will help train your child's eye and body to develop muscle memory, so their shot always has arc, and arc is the key to scoring baskets. Hoop Crown is a simple device that attaches to your basketball rim. It helps your child improve their skill while still enjoying the practice. Take it from NBA star Dana Barros, the NBA's consecutive three-point shooting record holder.
To play in the NBA, you have to be able to score. Hoop Crown gives your child skill and confidence to be a top scorer.
Hoop Crown is not available in any stores, and if you order now, you'll receive the Dana Barros Shoot to Score training video, a $19.95 value for free. Your child can train along with an NBA star as he demonstrates how to get arc on the ball with Hoop Crown. Hoop Crown is just $29.95. Have your Visa and MasterCard handy. Our operators are standing by to take your call. Order now by calling 1-800-772-3338.
BMW, the ultimate freedom machine.
Welcome back to Nashville in the Nike WBCA Girls High School All-America game. This has now become a tradition, this All-Star Showcase. It keeps everything going. But you know what? It had to start somewhere. Let's take a look back. Capacity crowds, extensive television coverage, professional leagues. Women's basketball has made enormous strides in the last few years, from a minor sport to an era of exploding popularity.
People that don't play basketball like to see that kind of teamwork and enthusiasm, and everyone going after a win. It's like we're focused on one thing the whole game, and people like to see that. They like to see the enthusiasm that we show, and I think that's why the support is growing.
The Nike WBCA Girls High School All-America game is now in its 6th season. Alumni of the game are part of the generation that has lifted women's basketball to new heights. The contest has provided a chance for the nation's best players to test themselves against each other.
Playing in high school, I wasn't challenged as much, and even AAU, there was great competition, but for me to be on the teams with these players and then to play against them was good.
We went down there and met a great people, a bunch of people I'm playing with now at professional ranks and also against the college. We all started out there, and that's how we met each other. And it was a great experience, a fun weekend, and we made a lot of good friends.
The inaugural game in 1993 brought us our first glimpse of the lightning-quick Sonia Roundtree, the 1996 National Player of the Year at the University of Georgia. Fans also saw Katie Smith, the two-time All-American and perhaps the best player in Big Ten history. Both would go on to experience another women's basketball milestone, the first season of the ABL. The first game was only the beginning. 1993 saw Kate Starbird, this season's Player of the Year, and her Stanford teammate, the exciting Jamila Weidman. Future Yukon Husky Nikisha Sales played in the '94 contest. 3 years later, she has a national title and All-America selection in her resume. '95 gave us our first look at the amazing Chamiqua Holtzclaw. 2 years and 2 national championships later, she's perhaps the most exciting player in the college game. And just last season, North Carolina high school legend Shea Ralph became a vital cog in UConn's continuing domination. Ralph and the others show it's just a short step from the All-America game to college stardom. While it's impossible to predict just how successful today's players will be in their college career, one thing is certain: they are part of a great tradition in women's basketball. It is amazing when you look at some of those players, past and present, how the game has grown. What's the future look like, Doris?
Well, I think this game gives us a good indication of that, Dave. You know, there's one true post player in this game, and that's Moose, and you even notice that she gets up and down the floor. She can put it on the floor. The talent pool is just getting deeper and deeper. There's more experience. Kids are playing at a younger age. I mean, I'll tell you what, the kids haven't finished plays today, but we've seen some spectacular moves.
If you're looking for a state of the game address, all you got to do is look for the three-for-all skills competition and look at the all-stars that we've been watching. And that's why we're at 43-40, even and terrific.
It doesn't matter what you haul. Nothing lets you unload thousands of pounds in just seconds except the Load Handler. Load Handler, a name you come to trust. If you own a truck, you need a load handler. Thousands of people have found that Load Handler is the right tool for the job. Now you can own the Smart Truck tool at a great new low price. Call now to take advantage of this new and exciting television offer. Load Handler, the Smart Truck tool, now at an even smarter price. Call now.
Do you want to make more money? Then call this toll-free number to find out how easy it is to train at home for a better career. At ICS, more than 10 million men and women have prepared for new careers without ever setting foot inside a classroom. And now at home, in your spare time, you can get your diploma or degree. Choose from any one of these courses. Then call toll-free for free information about training with ICS.
Call 1-800-599-8889 right now for free information. There's no obligation, so call 1-800-599-8889.
My new Wagner power painter. Can you edge with it? Yeah, like this. In fact, it'll take care of just about any project you've been meaning to do.
Why am I painting this by hand?
Get a Wagner.
Can't get much better than this in Nashville at the Nike WBCA All-America game. 43-40 at the break. Both teams have had small leads. It's been pretty much a tight game the whole way. Pretty much what we expected we'd see, Doris, except maybe one exception. We talked so much about the big forces inside. The two small point guards, I think, have been a pleasant surprise.
Oh, no question. But in an all-star game, whoever has the ball in their hands the most has the best opportunity to shine. And Weddle and Pointer have been spectacular out of those positions.
So have the twins from Rochester, Minnesota, that Mayo High School. They've been great as well. Well, we start right off the top. The screen set, and there's Coco.
Yeah, that's one of the twins. Miller, the ability to rise on the jump shot. Great square in the shoulders and pull.
And then Weddle and Pointer going at it one-on-one.
Yeah, she just takes Miller for bad on this penetration. Between the legs, spin dribble, and yes, indeed, put it down.
The leading scorer was Nicole Teasley. That's no surprise. We mentioned her in the open. She's just a great player who figures out ways to go.
Tell you what, just does so much, brings so much to the table. Great rise just to come up with the catch and gathers herself and finishes.
Here's a look at the first half statistics. Field goal percentage about even. Three-point percentage just about there. The Red did have a nice advantage underneath, and well, they've got the tallest player in the game with Moose, and she was a part of that advantage.
Oh, no question about it. I mean, I think that's the difference. That's why they're up 3. They just out-rebounded them by so many. We've seen some spectacular plays. I think you take a look at Clement, who had a very nice first half. There, your Star Wars.
In the beginning, we mentioned them, and, well, you have to say that Nicole Teasley has the better of Tamika Catchings at the moment, but we've only played 20 minutes. Here comes the second chapter.
Catchings has only taken 5 shots, too, however, Dave, and Teasley's taken 13.
Weidel see if they can't draw first blood to start this second 20 minutes. And Pointer gets the start. They're reversing roles. Both teams start their second squads in this half. And the turnover leads to an easy one for the white team and for Chiquita Dilworth. And foul will be called on Kelly Miller.
When we come back to that theme, you see Laura Meadows, 6'2", gets the ball on the perimeter. Miller comes away with the foul.
You look at the Twins, and all I see is somebody who never gives up, just relentless, coming at you all the time.
That's right.
Laura Meadows, number 8 in her class with a 4.4 GPA, wants to get into the medical field. This year she had a quintuple double.
Points, rebounds, steals, blocks, and assists.
How do you do that?
Tell you what, it's tough. A few of these players have done. We had one player on the floor who averaged a triple-double.
Wow. Tamika Catchings had a quintuple-double herself this year. There's Kelly Miller.
Tell you what, the two of them, Kelly and Coco, they are going to be a force to be reckoned with.
There's an alley-oop pass. It just won't fall for Tamara Stotts. And here's a chance for the White to take a lead. Shepard, who can burn it from the outside, can't get it to go. Meadows another rebound. Weddles wanted to do a bounce pass to Stotts and said, take and make an acrobatic move.
I'll tell you what, the point guards in this game have made spectacular decisions. Didn't look like much was developing. She thought about making the pass, thought better of it, and checked that out. Hang time.
She looked like she was pumping a bicycle as she went in there as well. Woo. Miller is wide open underneath. They didn't see her. Now Pointer finds her. Here's the triple. Shepard just fights inside and gets it to go. And she's got a chance to tie this up at 47. Meadows with the reaching.
This off the missed Miller three. Shepard's going to get herself involved in the paint, uses a dribble to gather herself, and gets the bucket and the foul.
2,140 points in her career and an honor roll student. Stocks again comes so close. There's a lid on the bucket for Stocks, but the good hustle by her and Weddle. And the ball will belong to the red team.
I'll tell you what, these kids had a very full schedule yesterday. 2 practices, a visit to a children's hospital, a banquet last night. As you take a look at Kathy McGee, of course, from Powers Catholic in Michigan. Has a great program there, but I've got to believe that fatigue could be a factor here.
You know, they got so engrossed in their visit at Children's Hospital that they missed lunch. Yeah. They were supposed to have lunch in the park and didn't make it because of their involvement with the hospital. That was something else. Then they had another practice. Then they went to a banquet. It was a late night for these young ladies.
Yes.
Tamara Stocks' team went 26-1 this year. They were number 7 in the USA Today poll.
Comes from a great program. Pickerington has produced some players over the years.
A great job that time by Sims on the steal, and all the way she goes and draws the foul. The pride of Racine, Wisconsin. She's going to Wisconsin, too. They see her, they start playing on Wisconsin.
You'll see the full exchange there. The strip by her, great hands. And another kid with great size can use the bounce. And stronger than she looks, as she showed right there.
Yeah, that is so impressive to blow by somebody with the ball, and you're that big. 6'2". And here is a 6-point lead, one of the biggest in the game. Shepard to cut it, can't. And it's Sims with a rebound, and then the double team. And this half, they're calling whistles a little bit quicker. 17:46 left to go in the game. The Red with a ball and an 8-point lead. And Nicole Weddle is sitting there looking in the end zone for her coach. The benches here at Memorial Gymnasium on the Vanderbilt campus are in the end zones, one of the few places that they still do that. And there is Weddle again. 4.5 and 11 in the game.
See, well, it looked like she might have got away with a travel, but the ability to get into the paint, so dangerous when you're a point guard, puts so much pressure on defenses. And we'll get a look at it. She's going to go right by Pointer. Pointer up close. And you see, she's hopped on that move. I think she was so quick the official didn't see it.
I think she's a long jumper. She gets the legs moving on all those penetrating drives. Miller. Oh, what a pretty shot by Kelly Miller. She's got 4.5 and 11 in the game. Weddle again, no. Jaquita Willard has to give it up. Now, Shepard is usually dead-eye from out there. That time, she nailed it.
Well, you knew it wasn't going to be long. When she spots up and squares her shoulders, she can drain it with the best of them.
She averaged just under 30 a game. Ashley Smith near steal. Oh, the save, but right to Stocks. Still can't get it to go.
Look at Miller get up. She took that ball right over the head of Sims, who is 4 inches on.
Pointer ahead for Shepard. Blocked inside. Still trying to keep it going. The second effort there, even in the All-Star game. And we've got the arrow going the red team's way. 5-0 run for the White. Shepard's been a spark. Here's Meadows. Got it. So she answers Shepard.
She's just got such smooth shooting touch from out there.
And a high game this year of 39.
Yeah, Meadows the one who averaged the triple-double, 21 points, 12 boards, and 11 assists.
Almost knocked it away there. Here's Weddle on the run. 3-on-1. Oh, good defense by Natasha Pointer. Weddle is smart enough to regroup. Fox nearly had it knocked away. Now she'll take the jumper.
Ooh, there is Pointer's down.
Yeah. Natasha Pointer grabbing at her ankle. She's hurt her left ankle for sure. Meadows answered with a 3. 57-51 our score. We'll update you on Natasha when we return in just a minute.
For more than a quarter century, women's basketball has been on a mission. Since the heyday of the modern era, when early stars paced the game, the coaches of women's basketball built a lasting tradition. And from the great figures through the years to the finest in the game today, the Women's Basketball Coaches Association proudly leads the sport every step of the way.
Performance, it's my job. You need the right technology. You need the right skills. You need the right equipment. You need the right gasoline. And you need the right motor oil. You need to use your 9-iron. Good thing he can drive.
Sicko says go.
Now you can say goodbye to those costly measuring mistakes. Introducing the Easy Read Tape Measure, new from Olympia. It makes measuring so easy, you'll wonder why no one thought of it before.
You've gotten so tall. 43 3/8.
Use it at home, at work, in the shop, anywhere at all. Easy Read. It makes measuring so easy that you'll wonder, why didn't someone think of this before? Now at leading stores.
The Nike WBCA Girls High School All-America game is brought to you by Nike, who encourages you to participate in the lives of America's youth. We got a 6-point game, 57-51. We are joined at our broadcast position by royalty here, Lynette Woodard, the 1984 Olympian and player in the WNBA. You look out here and you see all this great talent a few years removed from when you were a high school all-star. What do you think about the future of the game?
Oh, I think it's very bright. These young ladies are very exciting to watch, and they haven't even joined their college conditioning program. I tell you, it's going to be great.
Are they that much better conditioned and better athletes now, you think, than in terms of mass numbers than when you were a high school player in the 80s?
Oh, yes, there's a lot of great talent out here, and I just think that, you know, they're just going to continue to grow over the next 4 years.
Talk about the professional leagues for us, Lynette. You've got a couple, and, you know, certainly we're seeing the future of the game, but coming off that great Olympic year we had, what do you think the future of those leagues holds?
Again, a very bright future. I'm very excited for those who watched the Olympic Games last summer. They saw probably the greatest display of women's basketball ever, and that's just carried on into this year with the 2 leagues, and I'm just happy that I'll have an opportunity to play with the WNBA.
How successful you think the WNBA is going to be, and how competitive?
I think very competitive and very successful. A lot of the networks are picking up the games, and the players are very excited. I think people are going to watch how this game sails in the summer, but I think it will be exciting, and we will develop a following.
What is so terrific is the opportunities. When you came out of Kansas, and we just saw the graphic about you being an All-American there, you didn't have all the different opportunities now that a star like an Ace Clement or a Katzings or a Teasley or any of these are going to have when they're through in 4 years.
That's right. I wasn't sure of the next step. I was hoping to participate in the Women's Pro League that was existing here in the United States, but it folded just before I graduated. And if I wanted to continue, the only way that I could do that was to go overseas. But these ladies have the option to go overseas. There are 2 leagues now, again, that are existing. And they just have a lot of opportunities that are available to them.
Now, you've been around a long time. As you look at this high school All-America game, I've got to believe that you've seen a progression that young ladies are starting to play the game earlier. And now, you know, although this is fairly young, the 6th year they've run this league, the talent pool just seems to be getting bigger and bigger.
You're absolutely right, and I think that's a lot because of the grassroots programs that exist. And these ladies are learning great ball handling skills, great passing skills, and learning to shoot, like you say, at a very young age. And you know, it just continues to grow, and they're very confident in what they're doing out there, and some very exciting plays, and again, they will only get stronger as time goes on.
Nicole Teasley has her first field goal of the second half. She's at 15. Brianne Meharry, great player from Oregon City's program, Gladstone, Oregon, on the foul. And the near save that time by Randall. I love watching Samika Randall. She is a daredevil.
She's just got great quicks, and I'll tell you, quicks with and without the ball, and quicks off her feet. Just jumps so quickly.
Kathy McGee, a quick timeout, a 20-second timeout to discuss this situation. The first, they've made substitutions, and the first teams are back in. Lynette, let me ask you, who, and I'm sure there's many, but who's really stood out to you as you see and you go, that is a can't-miss player?
Well, I like Teasley a lot. I mean, she stood out there. She handled the ball very well. She caught the three-pointer with ease. But just really, I mean, I know her very well, and I know that she's capable of playing the game, but I also like Catchings as well. So, you know.
we just saw Sarah Hackred in the huddle, and Kathy McGee. How much better is coaching at the high school level in this day and age than it was when you were growing up?
I think it's a lot better. Again, these coaches are really getting the fundamentals across, and you can see this in these players. Sarah has done a great job with her team. And as a matter of fact, she's from the Big 8, so I've been watching her closely, and she's done a great job.
Meharry with another foul. That's unofficially her third in the game, second in the half.
Yeah,
so McGinnis goes to the line.
Yeah, we saw McGinnis. Now, here's another kid. Now, we've talked about this a lot. She's going often, but here's a kid that's 6'2", can handle, can put the ball on the floor. I mean, the post players, it seems to me that everybody can get up and down. The pace of the women's game has just come so far.
Yes, it has. And she says she wants to be the guard out there. 6'2". No one has defined her as being an inside player, so I think that's excellent.
Well, look at the Moose, who just inbounded the ball. She And a crossover dribble. There's Clement. And that's what we saw a whole bunch of the other day. Ace's first 2 in this half. But everybody can run the floor. The post player that we used to know, and let's say an Ann Donovan, where the role was so defined, has certainly changed now.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I mean, the players, they're watching other players be able to do it all.
Check this move out. Clement, the great read, hangs on, and the finger roll. 5'10", you know, that's probably the guard of the future. The point guard, 5'10", can shoot, can use the bounce.
It's great to watch.
And there's Randall with that tough work inside. Boy, oh boy, I just look at Catchings and Randall, look at that power move. Holdsclaw and Clement to go with everybody else that's back. Mulligan and Jolly. How's Pat going to divvy out the time?
Oh, no, that's a dangerous group.
I'm serious now. She's already got 2 in a row. We could see 5, 6 in a row here.
Yeah, they're talking 6 feet.
The ball belongs to Red. Take that back. It goes to White. Ashley Smith will inbound it. Substitution made. In comes Laura Meadows for the Red team. They're up by 9. Teasley has Clement on her, and she just lost her. Great move, Nicole Teasley.
There she is. Beautiful shot.
7-point game. And the reach in by Ashley Smith. You look at Ashley Smith and you go, come on. I'm just going to run by her. There's no way. So smart, so savvy.
And I'll tell you what, the most impressive thing about Smith to me is that she's 102-2 in her 4 years in high school. You're talking about 3 national championships, and that's a certain degree of pressure that she's playing under. You know, people expect greatness from that program.
Everybody falling all over the place, and Randall definitely tomahawk Styles that time. Don't let her pull the trigger, though, Samika. You know better. Kathy McGee trying to figure something out here. Team falling behind by 7. And look at that 46.5. That's for real, folks. Coming up right after us, Kansas City and Tampa Bay. It's Major League Soccer. The Kansas City Wizards, led by Preki, they're 1-0. Tampa Bay Mutiny, led by the 96 MVP, Carlos Valderrama. That comes up in just a little bit right here on the Deuce.
Gatorade Kansas Player of the Year, 10th all-time high school scoring, over 3,000 points for her.
Almost halfway, 3,600.
Yeah. Closer to 4,000 than she is to 3,000.
I liked her free throw style as well. Nice, beautiful release. Everything under control. She and Ashley Smith going at it. There's a foul inside. And Meadows really working hard on Randall. I love Randall because she's so emotional.
Yes. She tells she wants to play hard, really involved emotionally, gets kids fired up. McGinnis going to make the entry down to the block, and you see Meadows looked like it might have been a clean play.
I thought so, too.
Yeah, she got around a nice job.
Samika Randall was upset yesterday because in the scrimmages, her team was getting walloped, and she said, we've got to win. I mean, we've got to win. You don't understand. We've got to win. There's Ace. Way off. Randall got the rebound. Here's 2-on-2. Boy, look at how quick they are in transition. 3-on-2 this time. Styles doesn't miss from there.
Tell you what, you better find her in transition, because if you don't, she'll hurt you.
You know, the other thing I like about her is how quick her release is. And another 20-second timeout being used by Kathy McGee. She does not want to see this thing get away, and it's a 10-point game at the moment. Styles just absolutely buried that last one off the pass from Clement.
Well, Clement gets him in transition so quickly, and then Styles does a great job running down the lane line, getting himself spotted up.
Styles has 6.5 and 10 in the game. And I just love the way you look at her numbers. Sarah Hackett just teaches, always in control, but always has something to point out.
so important for kids. You know, you look now, and Lynette, I'm not sure whether you had AAU programs when you were young, but those times when kids can play in the off season, those AAU tournaments where they get to face the best, is so important because just take a look at Sarah.
Wow, look at those numbers.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's great. I did have the opportunity to play AAU. As a matter of fact, we played here in Tennessee.
I'm not trying to date you.
I thought you played AAU. You have to be 45 not to play AAU. Teasley again. Remember, 25 is the record. We'll keep an eye on that. Teasley's got 6.5 and 19 in the game now, and there's plenty of time left. Randall with the foul. Clement will have 2. It'll be fun to watch Clement battle with Mulligan and Jolly for the point guard job at Tennessee next year. One more for the Gatorade Mid-Atlantic Region Player of the Year. I like the way the Gatorade spreads around the well. We got a timeout. Lynette, thank you so much for joining us. We did appreciate it. Great insight. That's Lynette Woodard, the 1984 Olympian and a member of the WNBA. When we come back, more here in Nashville.
Introducing the Ultimate Stuff by Hager. If you only had one thing to wear, this would be it.
Soft-spoken kind of guy. There's nothing more important to me than a quiet chat with my son Shaquille. I just marched through the phone and dialed 1-800-COLLECT. The money I saved him, he can use to buy some new backboards. Take it through the hole, Shaquille. And they wonder where he gets it from.
1-800-COLLECT. Save the people you call up to 44%.
Welcome you back to Nashville. Dave Woloshin and Doris Burke with you. 69-60 our score with 11.5 left to go in this Nike WBCA All-Star game. A little later on ABC's Wide World of Sports, a major tune-up for the Kentucky Derby, the Wood Memorial Invitational, presented by Visa. And then on Wide World Classic, we'll take a look back at one of boxing's most famous bouts. Muhammad Ali, then known as Cassius Clay, and Sonny Liston. That's later on ABC's Wide World of Sports. Leading scorers so far in our All-Star game here. Weddle leading the red with 11 and 19 for Teasley. And again, the record is 25, so we'll watch that closely for you. Forget that this is an All-Star game. I love that they're hitting the deck. And when Moose goes down, I mean, there's some room down there. She's got to travel some. 6'6". They list, you know, what books they like to read, and a lot of them had Michael Jordan's autobiography. Moose said Beowulf.
Wow.
Oh, she's going to Stanford. Come on.
That's right.
Nice pass from Meadows. And Moose got it to go. I like Carolyn Moose. She'll fight for you. She's got 6. They'll be saying, those aren't boos, those are moves.
You got to believe Tara's going to put some weight on that frame before she's done with those Stanford.
You got to believe she'll come in and make an impact right away.
Yeah, no question.
Biggest lead of the game, and 11. Ashley Smith just a little short. I'm telling you, here's a 4-on-2 break. I think there is some fatigue as being a factor. There's the no-look pass. Clement to Moose. What a play.
You got to know where and when to put the ball. And Ace knows exactly when to release. Threw that in the perfect position, right to the target Moose had given her.
Well, Clemens said, Teasley, go ahead and shoot. And boy, did she burn her. So now there's 22 for Nicole Teasley. One of the rare transitions that didn't end up in points for the red team. Here's McGinnis, another triple. That one goes.
Love her stroke.
And a quick timeout called by the red team and Sarah Hackett.
We talked about Clement and her ability to get the ball in the right hands. Look at Moose had put up her left arm to give her a target. She put it right on the money.
We got a game again.
All of a sudden.
It was a 13-point game, and 2 triples later, it's at 7. Never count them out here. And the spark plug Weddle is back in the game. Coco Miller, the triple.
Look at Catchings get up. And without coming down, she drops it. I love that.
You mentioned earlier we showed a replay of how she went up to make a catch, how high she got up. She did the same thing there. Yep. What timing. What athletic ability.
That's what made the play, the timing. Know when to get off your feet to get the board.
There's Samika Randall. That one a triple. It's the 3rd 3 in a row now for the white team as they try to get back in this thing. Sims has to kick it out. Weddle, no. She was hitting those rainbows all day yesterday.
This is practice next year at Tennessee. Catchings on Randall.
Randall comes up with a loose ball there, and there's Kelly Miller. But that was knocked away. That was just great defense by Tamara Stocks. And give her credit now. She's got 4 points in this game. She's missed about 5 from close range. Not for lack of effort. It's just one of those days, but she's getting back on D. Got to give her credit for that.
Playing both hands. Could have easily given up that layup.
Nice move by Shepard. And that'll be a tap. The arrow is going the red team's way.
And Stocks involved again, hitting the deck. And I tell you what, you talk about defense. If you play for Carol Ross at Florida, you better be able to defend.
She'll put some dents in that gym floor in Gainesville, huh?
There's a tradition of strong post play at Florida with Milton and Page.
I think they got Shalois Lias on that reaching. Shalois' AAU team played in France earlier. That's something new with these AAU teams. Now they go over, as you see Randall gets a breather, they go overseas and get a lot of international experience, and they really get tougher physically.
And a lot of these kids played on the U.S. Junior World qualifying team. That's more international experience. Can only get good, Dave, if you play against the best.
The numbers on Sims, look at the rebounds. You know, you're watching her, and she's up against Catchings and Teasley and Moose, even her own teammates, for rebounds, and she's still coming up with a whole bunch. Shows you how tough she is. Teasley's playing point guard now. Miller wide open. And her sister comes up with the loose rebound. That's a triple.
Stocks get up. Great timing. Good put back.
And it's about time, she'll say to herself. Boy, she's had looks like that all day. And you know that most days those are all going to fall. She could be having a terrific offensive day. Teasley, the athletic move wouldn't go. Sims yet another rebound. Now her 9th.
9 boards. She just got great timing and great hops.
And Weddle just threw that a little bit too hard, looking for Tamara Stocks. So the Colorado freshman-to-be thinks about it. Sarah Hackett has to like what she sees with 7:39 left to go. Her team is up by 9.
The brand new limited edition Disney Winnie the Pooh postage stamps are now available. The International Collectors Society is now offering the only collector's set ever issued to commemorate the evolution of Winnie the Pooh from a real bear born in Winnipeg, Canada, to a cartoon icon beloved around the world. Demand for this limited edition set has been so overwhelming, experts are already predicting this set will be prized by you and your loved ones for generations to come. Not available at your local post office, you can only get them through this special television offer. The complete set of stamps is only $9.95. You'll also receive a numbered certificate of authenticity and a protective display holder. But that's not all. When you order, you'll also get this beautiful Disney Winnie the Pooh airmail stamp, an $8 value absolutely free. Remember, you get the legal tender Disney Winnie the Pooh stamps, a numbered certificate of authenticity, and protective display holder, all for $9.95. And when you act now, you'll also receive this stunning Disney Winnie the Pooh airmail stamp, an $8 value absolutely free. There's a limit of 6 per household. Call toll-free now.
Time to enter the ESPN2 NHL Power Play Sweepstakes, presented by Dodge, MasterCard, and Quaker State. You can win large. You can win a trip for 2 to an ESPN televised 97 Stanley Cup final game, a 97 Dodge Avenger, a $5,000 gold MasterCard, or a case of Quaker State motor oil. Check out any ESPN2 NHL playoff game on these states. Watch the first game of the night. Call this number with the name of the team to get the first power play and have a chance to win. NHL players are not eligible to enter this contest.
7:39 left at the Nike WBCA All-American game in Nashville, and you see our score. How are the Twins doing? Pretty good, thank you. 8 points, 2 rebounds for Coco, but 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist for Kelly. You know, one lady we haven't really talked a whole lot about is Laura Meadows. Remember, we mentioned that she had a quintuple double and averaged a triple double this year. You look at Coco Miller. Meadows has a double, just near a double-double already. She's got 11 points and 9 rebounds in this game.
Look at season. My goodness gracious. I'll tell you what. Just does so much for you.
Unofficially, she's got 24. She's a point away from tying the record here for scoring. And Weddle makes something happen, draws the foul.
We've talked a lot about the point guards, the great cross to get by Miller. And look at the body control.
Some people may say at 5'2", can she play at the major college level? I don't think there's any doubt about it.
No question. You look at her numbers, 11, 4, and 2. And I'll tell you why she's so tough. That tremendous quickness. She's so dangerous because she gets into the paint, puts pressure on the defense to defend. She can score off the dribble.
Approaching the 7-minute mark here. It's an 8-point game. Get it along the way. They're trying to cut into that lead. Good fight that time by Elias. I thought Shepard just might take that shot.
She thought about it.
Easily will. Look at the rebound by Weddle. And then she forced the shot because she knew that Miller was going to make contact. She is heads up.
Yeah. We were surprised at that rebound. She averaged 8 rebounds. This is her in transition. Look at her hand. Got herself in trouble, but fortunate to come away with a foul. But 8 rebounds. She's 5'2".
Kelly Miller's second foul. Got to work on that free throw, though. She was 2 of 4 in the first half, and now she's 1 of 3 in this half. 3 conference titles in Chicago. That's not easy. Stocks. Nope, not there that time. Look at her get it back. That time, it still won't go. I thought for sure that was going to fall.
She's smiling. She knows that she's not getting the roll, but working hard. Kathy McGee, 370 and 120. 21 years on the sideline at Powers Catholic.
Tamara Stocks wants to be a veterinarian. Her brother and sister play hoops at Cincinnati, and her mom is the marketing director for the Columbus Quest in the ABL. In fact, the champs of the ABL. Back to a 10-point advantage for the red team. They have led throughout most of this game. Fell behind 5-0 and then went on a 10-0 run. Weddle just won't buy any of Miller's moves.
Great defense by Weddle. Just kept herself right between her and the basket.
And then Weddle actually got the ball away to start the break, which was stopped. And here's an easy one for Teasley. And folks, unofficially, that's the new record for the Nike WBCA All-Star Game. Crystal Robinson at 25 and 92. In 97, Nicole Teasley has 26.
And this is her 26th point. The steal and feed from her teammate to get her over the hump.
Dilworth can't get it to go. Oh, good move by Shepard. The left hand won't go. Gonna fight to get it back. Miller, the acrobatic move, draws the foul.
And Sims got a piece of the first shot. Got a piece of the arm in the second.
Sometimes in all-star games, you put up one, then you kind of move back. Not in this game. I'll tell you what. Kelly Miller fighting for everything she's got. She's had an outstanding game.
I'll tell you what, 4-time AAU All-American, as you saw by that graphic. What a team they must have had. We've got 4 Minnesota kids in this game.
Hey, you know, what a great athlete she is. She was all-state in soccer and played on the Olympic development team in soccer.
She and her sister did.
And she's an All-American in basketball. I think they also play softball and run track. What don't they do? A little too fancy that time, and here comes the red. Coco to answer her sister. No.
Sims again with the great timing.
Approaching double digits in rebounds, but couldn't get it to go. It's a 6-point game with 5:10 left in the contest, 81-75. The Red appeared to be ready to run away and hide, but not anymore.
Well, again, they're getting themselves in transition. Miller won't get it. Sims times the rebound beautifully. Doesn't get the putback.
Give Shepard some credit for playing some hard defense there. Here's Teasley just trying to figure out where she wants to go. Turned out to be the wrong decision. Oh, what a move. There's Stiles.
Good left hand. Walters had the right idea. Wanted to use the left. Keep the ball away from the defense. Just couldn't finish.
Ace Clement. A great move by Randall. She just read exactly where that pass was going to go. And then the dribble. Then the move.
So tough.
She said, hey, Pat, you watching? I want to start next year.
I'll tell you what, all three are going to compete for a spot.
There's Moose backing everybody off, and then ups and downs. That's all right. Carolyn got a little excited that time. I don't know how Teasley got that to Randall. That was a great communication there, and Randall touched that lead to just 4.
I'll tell you what, nobody's been able to stop Randall. Tremendous quick. What a solid frame she has.
And Teasley's doing a good job of watching Clement, who can be instant out. There's the steal by Randall. Can she make it a 2-point game? She does.
I'll tell you what, Catchings was the WBCA Player of the Year, but there's been some argument, and Randall's showing why, making her statement for that.
Well, there's a statement from Stiles. The triple gives the Reds some breathing room with 3:13 to go. Great move there by Maren Walsh with her first 2 points. The young lady from Bloomington, Minnesota. You're right, so many great players in that state. Styles again. Yes!
16 for Styles. And doing it with a lot of style.
And they've been clutch plays. There's another great move by Walser. The pace continues to pick up.
And tell you what, this is what's great when an all-star game gets close, because all these kids are great players, but who wants the ball down the stretch?
Clement lost the ball. Ashley Smith got it to Teasley. How about that? It's a one-point game.
But Teasley has great presence. She knows when to release in transition.
Clement for a triple.
Yes! Big time.
11 for her in the game, and the lead back to 4. She says, take that. 2 minutes and some change left to go. This has been a delightful contest. Ashley Smith couldn't proper angle, but boy, oh boy, McGinnis did.
With a body on her.
Clement again. Not that time. She really didn't square up correctly. But Moose got the ball back.
No such thing as game management in an all-star game.
What a pass from Catchings to Meharry underneath. Just the 4th point of the game for Brianne Meharry, but it was much needed. And with 1:31 to go, a 20-second timeout called with the Red on top by 4, 93-89. We're sitting here trying to figure out the MVPs, to be totally honest with you. I think for Kathy McGee's team, it's pretty simple. It's going to end up being Nicole Teasley with the new scoring record. But you know what? You've got Meadows, you've got Weddle, and you've got Styles on the red team. I'm going to tell you, I'm bailing out. Styles has
I gotta say
10
Styles,
points in the second half.
Because in the second half, she's been huge.
I'll go with you.
Made some big shots.
Yeah.
Style and Styles going to get the MVP.
There you go.
And Teasley is going to bring a wealth of talent to Chapel Hill.
Well.
And she'll be well worth the wait if she calls Sylvia Hatchell.
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine what they're saying in Missouri, at Southwest Missouri, knowing that they're going to get Styles?
We'll put some points on the board there, that's for sure.
The triple by Ashley Smith just wouldn't go. And the ball belongs to who? Red. Samika Randall thought she might have gotten away with one there. She didn't. A foul was called as the ball went out. It'll be on Samika. Does she ever wear her emotions on her sleeve? She's going to be a lot of fun for the people in the state of Tennessee to watch over the next 4 years.
Here's a look at the exchange. Smith, the long range, won't go. Look at the hustle.
On her teammates to be. A 1-and-1 for Catchings, nothing but the bottom. Twelve points, 4 rebounds for Tamika Catchings, the pride of Duncanville, Texas. She doesn't know what losing is. 40-0 this year. 5-point game with 1:10 to go. He set up a triple for an outside shooter here.
I'd set one up for McGinnis. She can drain it.
And she wants it. Number 52 in the corner. Looked like she was going to reverse.
There
They set up the screen. In and out. I did too. 45 seconds are ticking down. And Ace says, let's play a delay game here. Let's use some clock. Smart play.
Let's win this thing.
There's about a 17-second differential shot clock to game clock. Styles almost, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Of her 14, 10 came in the second half. And of those 10, 4 or 6 came at crucial times when the White was playing catch-up.
Yeah. And made it happen in so many ways. I'll tell you what. Going to take the baseline here. Going to hang. Going to get some contact on herself.
And another clutch point for Styles. Alex, the crew back there, said styling with Styles, and that's the way it's been. The top scorer in Kansas history. Only 5 games she didn't have 25 or more. She's leading the way, and the Reds on top.
Mighty Ruthie, Mighty Ruthie, Mighty Ruthie, Mighty Ruthie. She is infantry, serving our country, I want a gold medal, the gold medal, We are number one, number one in USA,
We've got the ultimate deep dish with a thick golden brown crust. Wow. Almost a full inch thick. We put the hot in hot. Wow, wow. With bubbling cheese melting over the edge. That's how. Wow. Now. Get a medium deep dish with up to 3 toppings for $8.99. Any second pizza $4.99. Hot and on their way to you. Wow.
Choose one. Powerade. Power to working muscles when you need it. I am not done. Introducing Jagged Ice, the new flavor from Powerade. Break one open.
The Nike WBCA Girls High School All-America game has been brought to you by Nike, who encourages you to participate in the lives of America's youth. 26.3 ticks left in this game, and the White needs a bunch of threes, and they got to do it quick. Of course, if you want instant O, you just let Teasley have the ball.
That's right. You get your bucket.
Oh, that makes it sound so easy. I'm a great coach. Hey, let Teasley bring the ball down, kind of clear out in the middle, and just let her go. Kathy McGee, what a brilliant play. Boy, it's fun watching Miss Teasley. Sylvia Hatchell's going to have to love the prospects of the next few years. WBCA players of the game, it's all in now. The red team was Stylish Styles and Nikki Teasley with the new record, 30 points in this game.
That might be Sylvia's strategy next year, although she's got some players already. Can let Teasley loose a little bit.
And, you know, Teasley didn't get to play yesterday afternoon because of a twisted ankle.
Yeah.
She I'll be able to make it. I don't know if I'll be 100%.
Sure.
I shudder to think what 100% is.
Well, you know, we said she's got the flair for the dramatic. She doesn't show us anything yesterday. We're questioning whether or not she's even going to step on the floor.
Right.
It lights us up and drops 30 on us.
Hey, we may get to the hundreds here. You know that? Of course, I think Red's just going to take some air out here. Shot clock turned off.
Got to shoot it, Red. Got to shoot it. Give them a chance.
Look at that. They're fouling. Maren Walsh says, I don't get to play in the WBCA Nike All-Star game very much. I'm going to try to win this thing. The total of 189, which is about to be into the 190s, it will be a new All-America game scoring record. We've already had an individual record. Well, that one didn't go. But at 189 it is. Randall almost tripped from behind. Now she looks for help. Well, you got it in McGinnis's hands. That's who Doris Burke said should get it, but that one was short and a bit rushed. Good defense by the red team.
So much for my coaching abilities.
And that'll do it. The red team a winner, 96-91. They've played 6 of these, and the red wins for the second time. Marvelous games by everybody, Teasley and Styles in particular. And we're back in just a minute.
Yeah, I know about performance. You need the right technology. You need the right equipment. You need reliability. You need the right gasoline. And you need the right skills.
You need to trim the bushes.
Citgo says.
Lieberman
Heroes of the past still get active game today. For new stars like Swoops, Lobo, and Holtzclaw. 4 years ago, a young woman named Shamiqua Holtzclaw played in the WBCA All-America game. She has since wrapped up one of the greatest careers in college basketball history. Today, the top high school players in the nation are here, who will be